Paltrocast.
How is your day going aside from answering the same questions over and over and over again?
My day is going great. You're not going to believe this, but when you're rich and you're famous, like every day it's just better. People tell you that money doesn't make you happy, but that really isn't true. It makes me a lot happier.
Well, we're going to come back to that after we talk about your new film, Mojave Diamonds. When did you actually film it?
We filmed Mojave Diamonds 2 Christmases ago. So what would that be? I guess that would be about a year and 6 months. I thought it was going to come out at Thanksgiving. Now, I thought that because I was told that. Then we were told Christmas. And there was kind of a Christmas feel to it. I just remember, I mean, like there was presents and a Christmas tree, just by example. But here we are. So yeah, I guess about a year and 5 months ago.
Wow. Okay. Did you know the film was great when you just saw the script, or you just knew it was great once you saw the final product?
No. Well, thank you for saying and calling it great. That's really sweet of you, because that's an opinion, and I hope that other people have it. I will share this. Look, we didn't have a huge budget, and we didn't have. I'm not an actor. I don't know that Cowboy and Ranch Paids are actors, but I
disagree about that. I disagree that you're not an actor, but go ahead.
Well, that's really sweet of you, because when I was with those guys, I felt like we were. I felt as though, you know, it was a little difficult for me. And this is weird. I see people do this called marking out for your own gimmick, but I marked out for my own gimmick. When I was doing that and we were filming, I thought I really was Joe. I thought I really was Cowboy's brother, and I was in charge of him, right? The big brother's in charge. I mean, I felt like that. You're going to do this and you're going to do it because I said so. It was one of those things. And so when you say, though, when did I know it was great? It was when I saw the trailer. When the trailer came out, I couldn't believe it. I was so proud of it. I must have sent that trailer to everybody in my phone log. I hadn't told most of them that I even had done a movie. When I saw the trailer, I had a real sense of pride.
Well, the reason I say that you can act is obviously on commentary or in this interview, you're not the same dude that you are at the bank, just going up to the teller and going, hey, I need to withdraw this. So in other words, you can turn it on and you can turn it off, and it seems like pretty effortless for you.
I appreciate that. I think you meant that as a compliment, but yeah, Darren, I think that's right. I mean, I like to get a reaction from the crowd. I am used to going, you know, to a live audience where I need them to feel an emotion based on, you know, physical mannerisms, or based on words that I'm going to say. I've always enjoyed that. I've always thought that was fun. I'll tell you, like, from the sport that I came in, not very many guys embrace that. They really didn't get it. It's for them, it's about the punches and the kicks. And yeah. For me, it was more about the attention. The punches and the kicks were a way to get the attention, but that's what I was ultimately after. So thank you for saying that, you know, you thought that I had a skill there, because, you know, I am a little self-conscious. I'd never done anything like this before, and Steve put me in a major opportunity.
Right. Well, when I said before that we're going to come back to how successful you were and how rich you were and all that kind of stuff, there's a promo that I heard a couple of years ago in wrestling by Pat McAfee, and he was talking about how he's the only guy who got rich off of 7 different fields or professions or job titles. And I was thinking about that. You know, there's not a lot of people that applies to, but in your case, acting, hey, it is what it is, but you were in Here Comes the Boom. You do have credits. You have more credits than some of the people in SAG and AFTRA and all that. So you got that one. You got your MMA in-ring career. You have your commentary. You have your real estate. There's 4. You have your podcasting. There's 5. I don't know if I'm missing 1 or 2, but okay.
Do you get credit for cryptocurrency? Do you get credit for cryptocurrency? I mean, it's probably the time that you got in it, right?
Yeah.
2014 for your man.
Okay. The coffee is Mean Street Coffee yours? I wasn't familiar.
So it is. Mean Street Coffee is mine. Yes. Never lost the ground.
Is there an energy drink or CBD line?
No, there's not. I'm with Monster, and but no, nothing on CBD. I don't know a lot about that. Do you do CBD? Does that work for you?
I find that it depends on the quality of the brand. Some of the brands, they don't remove the THC sufficiently. Ooh. So I had this period of my life where I was taking CBD every day and not realizing that I was high all day.
Yes.
24/7, and that was a problem. So some of the brands are just not very good.
Yes. Well, and I know what you're talking about there. Like, yeah, that's a very real thing. I've never touched that. Like, I was actually upset when the marijuana people won. I liked it when they had to do it behind the barn, or they got put in handcuffs. I mean, I really did like. I don't love where the laws went. I respect that this is where they are, and I'll change with it. But yeah, I'll share with you. I hear that a lot, that some of those CBDs, like somebody, you know, could do that in the shop at their house, but still get it to the, you know, to the marketplace. And there's some THC in there, which could be a problem.
It can be, but did I miss one or two business or areas of success, or are you tied with Pat McAfee?
Yeah, well, and hey, by the way, he has done a great job. I mean, right? Did you see the spot that he did? Was it I don't think it was WrestleMania, but it was something like that. Maybe it's SummerSlam. But he did a spot with Vince McMahon, and Vince was just too old to be out there. We didn't know that. Now, in my business of fighting, we get old overnight. That's the expression where we think we can do it. We get in there and we just simply can't. That's what happened to Vince. I've never seen Vince look worse. I've never seen him be more immobile. I've never seen him he didn't even understand the crowd. He didn't even understand to get on with this damn awful thing. Pat McAfee saved it, and McAfee had no experience. McAfee made that believable, and he made it look real, and he had no experience. I mean, as far as rookie of the year, that would be between Logan Paul and Pat McAfee, but the greatest rookie years ever would also be between Paul and McAfee. They just happened to be at the same time. It was remarkable how well they did.
It's usually the punter on the team is the weirdo or the most charismatic person. I think we know which one he was.
Well, hey, and let me ask you this. What about, because we got to show a little bit to KSI as well, how hard of a spot to do, to get on that table, to have Logan smash you while looking away and not seeing you, all on live television. And this time I am talking Mania. That was amazing what those two pulled off. And I don't think they got credit for it.
Oh, wait, I think I missed the job title for you. I think I missed number 8, show promoter.
Boom. Yeah. That's true. That is true.
You have out McAfee'd McAfee.
Yeah, man, he was good though. I mean, I got to give him his due. He really did do a great job, and I didn't see that in him. I didn't know he was going to be such a big success. But I mean, he's right up there with the Jim Romes of the world. Truly, like his audience is that big, and they're that committed to him.
Totally. So with all those job titles, including this great new movie, which everyone should see, where are you at in terms of going, I've done everything I want to do, or you haven't seen anything yet compared to what I can do?
I got to tell you, I think my best days are still in front of me. Now, I don't have a whole bunch of plans, and I would like to get out in about 7 more years. My son will be a 6th grader. At that point, I would like to just be a chauffeur. I want to be at all the practices and things like that. And at this point, I drop him at school in the morning, but I don't get to go to all of the events. By the time he's in junior high, I want to be able to be at all of the events, but I still think my best days are in front of me. I got a lot of ideas, my friend, and you might be seeing somebody in the governor's mansion a little sooner than you think.
Oh, so I did read about you running for office a number of years ago, so that's not totally behind you as well.
No. I definitely have a passion and an interest in pursuing that right here in my home state of Oregon. Could you imagine the opportunity the great people of Oregon would have if Chael Sonnen stepped forward? Truly, I mean, that would be one of the great opportunities for voters in history.
Well, I would want to watch the press conferences.
That would be a first, right? You'd get a little attention to those. It's amazing how powerful those are. You know, we got something else out here called a voter's pamphlet. We had this guy, he was just terrible. And he was going to take on an incumbent. He had no money, because the party wouldn't give him money because he had no chance. The incumbent didn't get their information in on time to the Secretary of State's office, didn't get into the voters pamphlet. This guy that nobody heard of with no money did. He won in a landslide. So some of those things that people think I can overlook or they don't matter that much, they matter.
Well, 2 quick questions and then I'll let you roam free. And the first one is, do you ever think about how life would have turned out had you passed that power plant WCW audition tryout and not done all this stuff that you've done the last 20-ish years?
Yes, and if I could just tell you this to protect my own reputation, I did make it. Sarge only brought 2 guys through. He brought me and a gentleman from Jamaica through. What happened, that was in 1998. So I just finished my sophomore year. I had 2 years left in college. When I finished college, I was going to go out to Atlanta to the power plant. They went out of business. They folded over and Vince bought them all. So I actually did make it. I just didn't get a follow through on it.
But what would life have been like? Pretty different.
Sure, very much so. Yes, the wrestler and the fighter are not the same. I mean, those are 2 different animals for sure. And I'm more happy with this path. You know, 250 days a year on the road is tough for anybody.
And the last question before I let you go: when you're training, what music do you choose to listen to?
I listen exclusively to country. Now they quit making country about 1993, 1994.
Yeah.
Now they're all sellouts. Now even George Strait is not a troubadour anymore. Even George Strait, my favorite of all time, is a complete sellout. So Josh Turner is still there, thank God. Clint Black quit singing once he fell in love with his wife, thank God. Yeah, but there was some good music up until, I love the 70s, I love the 80s for it, but classic country only. Only you rock the jukebox, I'll shoot the jukebox.
I pegged you as a Van Halen guy. I guess I'm wrong.
No. I don't listen to no dirt heads, no men with earrings, anybody that does heroin. No. That's not for Chael P. Nope.
Well, congratulations.
Nothing goes in this body but performance enhancers, Darren. I will tell you that.
I look forward to whatever is next of those 8 professions, maybe 9 or 10 professions. And I guess I have to try Mean Street Coffee in the near future. But hey, congrats on staying beyond relevant for 2 decades now.
You're awesome. I'm glad that we met. Thank you, Darren.
Paltrocast.